exactly what you want to see. Let's run this puppy in. Score a touchdown and tie this game. Life, run for your life, touchdown on one play. Worked on this in practice. Touchdown. It's up to Kelvin Benjamin. This is all you, buddy. Kelvin Benjamin for a touchdown. Oh, he toasted his man. Holmes toasted his man. Spin move. Oh! Oh! What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the video here in the Water Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Throwback Thursday Green Bay Packers rebuild here on Madden 13. That is right, we return, and after a very successful episode last week, where surprisingly we made the playoffs, which is something that I did not think we were going to do this year. I thought this was going to be a lost season and we weren't really going to be competitive, and that looked like it was going to be the case at the beginning of the season. But then towards the end, after I sold off some of our more expensive and higher rated players, we still won enough games to sneak in as a wild card team. That just tells you how bad this division must have been this year, and this conference as a whole. Because we are in the playoffs, we have made the wild card, probably as the final seed, but we are a wild card team, so that is exciting. We finished with a 9-7 record, which is not good, mainly because we're the last team, but also because we now get a worse draft pick. And if you guys remember a couple episodes ago, I was talking about how we should probably try and get the worst draft pick possible so we can draft some of these higher rated guys. That's why I was scouting some of the top of the draft talent, because it looked like that's where we're going to be drafting, but it turns out that we're not going to be there. We're going to be in the later, mid to late round of the first round. So that's not great. I guess it depends on how much success we have here in the playoffs. Now, I don't know how long this video is going to be. You guys know already because you can see the timestamp, but I don't know how long this video is going to be. This is only the playoffs. This is a playoff special. We've already had one of these in season number 1, and we made it to the divisional round and got blown out by the 49ers. And then season number 2, we didn't make the playoffs, and now in season number 3, we're here again. So I don't know how long we're going to make it. It's only going to be the playoffs, so if we lose in the wild card round, it's going to be a short video. There's not much I can do about that. We can also take a look at stats before we get into the game. We can take a look at the awards and all that good stuff too. I hope you guys are excited. We got a playoff special in Green Bay. Well, we're on the road in this episode, but it's the Green Bay rebuild, so playoff special. I hope you guys are excited. If you are, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Let's get into some playoff action with your Green Bay Packers. Here we are, and as you can see, going up against the Seattle Seahawks, 11-5, won their division, but not good enough to not have to play in the wild card. And they're taking us on 4:30 at Century League Field in Seattle. Could be a snowy game, very possible, because we are into late December, early January in the NFL season. But let's take a look at the stats on the year. That is one thing that we have yet to take a look at for. I don't think we've taken a look at it in the last episode. I think I said I was going to do it in this episode. So, after season number 3, Aaron Rodgers finishes with 5,000 yards passing, 41 touchdowns and 14 interceptions. Now that has helped out a lot because of a lot of at least the touchdown number is, because when we jumped into games, we were starting to throw a lot more touchdowns. 41 touchdowns to 14 picks. Very solid season from Aaron Rodgers. 60% completion percentage. If we go to rushing the football, Rashard Mendenhall, who is our second year in the team after signing him in free agency, he has 251 carries, 1,100 yards, and 10 touchdowns. But this is what I'm more excited about. Our rookie running back, Algernon Nelson, 124 carries, 697 yards, and 12 touchdowns. He is gonna be a stud for us. I am so excited. And we might even move on from Rashard Mendenhall this offseason. So that's an interesting topic of discussion for next episode. Receiving, 2 1,000-yard receivers. Greg Jennings had 92 catches and 1,400 yards with 8 touchdowns. And Jordy Nelson had 91 catches with 1,100 yards and 7 touchdowns. Jermichael Finley had 54 catches for 840 yards and 5 touchdowns. Randall Cobb had 39 catches for 740 yards and 7 touchdowns. And here's where we care about the most. Terrence Cheeseborough, the cheese man himself, 13 catches, 204 yards, and a touchdown. Our Takai Williams, our rookie this year, didn't get to play at all, so hopefully next season he will have developed enough to where he gets actually some touches. On the defensive side of things, our leading tackler was Clay Matthews by a lot with 96. We had 7 sacks for Clay Matthews. Nick Perry led the team with 8. Then you got Jarrell Worthy with 6, BJ Raji with 5. Interception leader is Tramon Williams with 5. That's pretty awesome. Jalen Washington, our rookie, had 3 at strong safety. That's really cool to see. That's very promising. Forced fumbles, we had 4 from AJ Hawk, and he also recovered 4. Clay Matthews forced 3 and recovered 2. Morgan Burnett forced 3 and recovered none. Jarrell Worthy forced 2 and recovered 1, and then a couple guys forced 1 and recovered 1. Any block kick? A lot of block kicks, especially from AJ Hawk. 3 from AJ Hawk. A couple guys had 1. And then do we have any safeties? Looks like we had at least 1. Nick Perry got a safety. And 3 defensive touchdowns from 1 player. AJ Hawk had a great season. He must have returned some of those forced fumbles for touchdowns. I guess he could have taken that interception back for an interception too, or for a touchdown. And then Sam Shields got a pick 6. So that is awesome. What's the general stats? Oh, it's just games played. Okay. And then kicking, Mason Crosby, 30 for 38. Kicked a 56-yarder. Went almost perfect. Missed 1 extra point. Did get blocked. No, it didn't get blocked. He just missed it. Okay, that's weird. And then kick returning, Tramon Williams didn't really do a whole lot. Punt returning, nothing really crazy. All right, stats are pretty good for the 3rd season here. And we can check awards if I can find awards. Where are the awards at? Here they are, history. Yearly awards, we've got MVP of the league is TB12 himself, Tom Brady. Coach of the year is Corey Jason for the Bears. The AFC awards, we'll quickly go through them. Tom Brady, Lawrence Timmons, Daniel Romeo, Jaquante Jackson. Then you got Brady. You got Maurice Jones-Drew, Brandon Lloyd. Patriots had a great season, it looks like. David DeCastro, Geno Atkins, Ryan Clark. I love Ryan Clark. Sebastian Janikowski is the best kicker. And then on our side of things, Aaron Rodgers wins Offensive Player of the Year. Love to see that. D'Amico Ryans is defense. Algernon Nelson wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. Let's go, Algernon. That's what I'm talking about. Herman Thompson's defense. Then you got Rodgers, LaShawn McCoy, Calvin Johnson, obviously, Jason Peters, Jason Pierre-Paul, Mark Barron, and Robbie Gould. So we get 3 awards: Offensive Player of the Year, quarterback, and Offensive Rookie of the Year. I'll take that. I will take that all day and a half. Do we have any Pro Bowlers? I don't think we checked this last season. Aaron Rodgers made it. And then we had Greg Jennings make it. Jermichael Finley makes it. Josh Sitton and Brian Bulaga. Then we had on defense Clay Matthews and Morgan Burnett. All right. Decent amount of Pro Bowlers for the boys. I'll take it. But with all that being done, we've taken a look at the stats. We've taken a look at the awards. We've talked about potential stuff to happen in the offseason. It's time. It's time for a playoff run, ladies and gentlemen. How far can we go? How deep can we get in there? That's what she said. Let's get into the playoffs. Wild card round up first. Packers versus Seahawks. Let's do this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we jump in on offense here. 2nd down and 10 for the Green Bay Packers. Our first playoff drive since season number 1. And it's going to be a quick 5-yard pass to Greg Jennings. Remember, we only play the offense of this series. I think that just makes it flow the best and it's the most entertaining. And we will find out how big of an arm Aaron Rodgers has as he hits Greg Jennings over the top of Earl Thomas. And it's a touchdown for the Packers. We strike first. Rodgers with a bullet to Greg Jennings over the top of the defense. Earl Thomas had no shot at catching it, and he had no shot at catching Greg Jennings. That was actually a lot more space than I thought initially he had. But I'll take it. That's a big-time touchdown to start this game. You love to see that. That's exactly the kind of start you want. especially when Matt Flynn can't complete any passes. And now we come back out. We are on the field again in great field position. Cheeseborough is on the field. I love when my main man Cheese is on the field. I don't love when I throw interceptions to Seahawks players. That's going to be a pick six, and that's going to be a tie football game. Yeah, things didn't turn out the way that I thought they were going to do there. I kind of forced it to Cheeseborough, and I shouldn't have, so I blame you guys for that. I don't know why I blame you guys for that, but I do. All right, so we've just run it back. That never happened, okay? That never happened, and we move on. I got to throw that quickly. That's going to be Delaney Walker, who is going to get incomplete. He had the ball, and it was stripped away from him. Hey, Phil Simms needs to chill. That's not an awful throw from the quarterback. Boom. Boom, Jordy Nelson. What a bullet. Absolute bullet from Aaron Rodgers. Where do we go now? Do we go Jordy Nelson again, or do we go for Cheese? The Cheese man is not open. Now he is. Terrence Cheeseborough with his first catch in a playoff game. Many more to come, hopefully. I'm hoping that he gets 60,000 playoff catches because he's just that good. Is that Takai Williams on the field for the first time? That might be, but oh, Delaney. That was a great throw from Rodgers, but it bounces off the hands of Delaney Walker, and we will go with Algernon Nelson for the first time in this game. Well, at least the first time for that we get to see, and he gets shut down for no gain. Our rookies and one-year pros are getting their first playoff action. Cheeseborough. I like his positioning here. Terrence Cheeseborough goes up and gets hit on a tough catch and will go incomplete. I think we're going to let the CPU decide what they do. This is too important of a playoff game to try and go for it on 4th and 10. So we kicked the field goal and they missed it. Oh, it's blocked. It was blocked. That's what happened. Algernon Nelson had 2 runs in a row and got 3rd and 5. And now it's the second quarter, the start of it. Let's see what we can make happen here. Can we make something interesting happen? I sure as heck hope so. I'm going to roll out. I'm going to set my feet. I'm going to throw it. Greg Jennings is going to get thrown over his head because I tried to turn into him and do an aggressive catch thinking this is Madden 22. Yeah, that didn't work out very well. I didn't get an animation at all, and it went right past him. It's still 7-7, so if we could have scored there on that last drive when I threw the interception, we could be up big. Well, not big, but we could be up 2 touchdowns. Drop this down, and that's going to be incomplete off the hand of Bryant. Sticks that big meaty paw up in the air and blocks it. This is why we throw deep balls, because the deep ball works in this game. Short stuff doesn't really work that well. Gotta throw it quickly. Gotta throw it quickly. Incomplete. 4th and 7. We gotta punt this football again. The offense is cooled down after that drive to start the game. We will simulate out of it. And it seems like... Oh, Marshawn Lynch with a 45-yard rushing touchdown. This is prime Marshawn Lynch, ladies and gentlemen. This is beast mode at his best. So I'm surprised it took him this long to get going. We knew it was only a matter of time. I got to throw that quickly through the window. Can't get it. This is Legion of Boom defense as well. We've also got to be aware of that. This is the first time we've gone up against the Legion of Boom defense. Throw that. That's a wounded duck in the air. Injury timeout. Is Rodgers injured? He's the only guy that I saw go down. Yeah. Oh, no. Rodgers is back in the game. I don't know who. It must have been a Seattle player then, because everybody looks on the field for us. That's a bad throw, and that's a bad catch for Greg Jennings. This Seattle defense is playing lockdown defense, and it might be a one-and-done trip to the playoffs for the Green Bay Packers. 2-minute warning comes and goes. We got plenty of football left. It's not over just yet. I can't be thinking in these kind of such like final terms because we still got plenty of football to play. I still got plenty of decisions to be made. I got to throw this away because nobody's open there, and it's already 3rd down and 10 because I missed the first play. So we're already behind the 8 ball here. And this Seattle secondary is locking down my competitor or my players, but they left Randall Cobb wide open. He's got space down the sidelines. Richard Sherman misses the tackle. Randall Cobb, the young man. He's not really young anymore. We're 3 years deeper into his career. And that worked out. That was a big-time momentum booster. Throw that quickly. I don't know if that would have worked anyway, if I would have even got that thrown off. Or Rodgers is smushed under there. I'm surprised Rodgers is even awake. He got absolutely belted on that one. Throw that up. That's Greg Jennings. He comes down with it. Greg Jennings is that guy. Greg Jennings is that guy, ladies and gentlemen. What a catch. And now we give this to the rookie, Algernon Nelson. Can he score his first ever career rushing touchdown in the playoffs? To the 1-yard line. He's 1 yard away from the promised land. And the Seahawks are going to put up all their players on the defensive line. Algernon will fight, and he will be denied. We cannot have a goal line stand at the 1 yard line. I will not allow it. It's a very favorable run defense here. Give it to Nelson. He gets in, and it's a tie football game. Well, presuming that Mason Crosby hits the extra point. But for right now, it's looking like a tie football game in the second quarter. We get the ball at half, though, so that's good. Extra point is made, and it's the second half now, so here we go. We get the ball, and we got to start off hot. We got to start off hot. Got to try and get a lead over the Seahawks team. We are the better team. We just got to prove it. Jermichael Finley over the top of the defense. If we can just take the top off of this defense, then that is going to be the thing to do. That's what we got to try and do. I don't think the Seattle secondary is quick enough to keep up with some of our guys. They're leaving gaps in the defense. And as a veteran quarterback, we got to take advantage of that. But Bobby Wagner, we tried to trade for Bobby Wagner, and he comes back to haunt us here with a sack. He came right through the middle. I had no shot. The routes didn't develop fast enough. That's going to be a tight throw. It's Randall Cobb, and he holds on for a first down. 2 catches, 70 yards for Mr. Cobb. That was a very tight throw. And now on that other side, Jermichael Finley could be open. No, I don't like it. You going to follow me? This is a very tight throw. I should have known that was going to happen. I should have known. I don't like that this defense is playing so well. I got to get that ball away. I had to. I had no shot. That defense came in quick. I had no chance to hold the ball any longer than what I actually did, and I didn't even hold it that long. The linebackers were in the backfield. The secondary was in the backfield. Everybody was in the backfield. What a throw! And it's Jordy Nelson with the people in his face. Aaron Rodgers throws a dime piece to Jordy Nelson. He had a guy right on him. What a throw, what a catch from Jordy. Oh, I guess I'm kicking this one. All right, don't screw it up. And I put it up and through. We lead by a touchdown in the third quarter of this wild card playoff game. I couldn't be happier. I want to go actually have some playoff success in this series. And it looks like this offense is not very good. The Seattle offense, besides Richard Sherman, doesn't seem to be very good. All right, we're backed up at the 1 yard line. I think we had a penalty or something. Something happened, and Algernon Nelson gets us 3 yards. Or gets us to the 3 yard line. Play action scissors. I don't think a play action pass is really the move here. So we're going to just go with a straight snap. And I got to throw that away. They brought the house. Like, if you think of a house, they brought it. Because they are trying to get to the quarterback to get a safety. That would turn the tides of this game. All right, I have a little bit more space, but I just got to throw it. Why was that so inaccurate, Rodgers? I don't know. I didn't even do anything. I just pressed R1, and it was the worst pass I've ever seen thrown by a quarterback in the NFL. And Marshawn Lynch gets a 46-yard touchdown catch. So Marshawn Lynch now has a 45-yard touchdown run and a 46-yard touchdown catch. So that's not good. And we said that Marshawn was probably going to be the only man that could beat us. This is one-on-one. This is one-on-one. And I can't get, like, animations with this game. It doesn't give me them. I'm pressing the buttons. Maybe I'm not in the right area. I don't know what the area that I need to be is. But I don't get animations. That's a tough throw. Bobby Wagner almost picked that off. If Bobby Wagner had better hands, that's a pick. Easy pick. 21-21. Cheeseborough is one-on-one. Did he beat his man? I think the cheese beat his... Oh, Rodgers, that's a bad throw! Cheeseborough beat his man. But Rodgers did not put any air underneath that ball. And we have to punt this ball away. 2nd down and 6. Under a minute to go actually under 20 seconds now in the 3rd quarter. This game is probably going to come down to whoever has the ball last will win. Algernon Nelson getting up to the 34-yard line with a big-time rush. Can we score or get another playoff? We do. Oh, he broke a tackle. Algernon broke a tackle and gets up even more yards. I love it when my young rookies are playing well. 2nd down and 5. 7 minutes to go in the season for one of these teams. Will it be us or will it be the Seahawks? I would prefer it to be the Seahawks, as Green is the one to take that one. Richard Sherman actually made the tackle on that play, so that's cool. All right, play action here on 3rd and 1. There it is. It doesn't work. It didn't work. That was a horrible option. I shouldn't have chose play action. I was an idiot for choosing play action there. I should never have done that, especially on 3rd and 1. What was I thinking? Why would I think play action would ever work? Especially with the way that this defense has been bringing the pressure all day on Aaron Rodgers. And that's going to be a touchdown most likely. Yep. Oh, no, it's a field goal. So they only go up by a field goal. We still have a chance in this game. I tell you what, this defense is a lot harder to beat than the Rams defense was in the last time we played, or whatever that was. Got to throw that quickly. Earl Thomas picked it off. That might be the end of our season right there. I honestly didn't think that was going to be an interception. That might be the end of our season just in the wild card game. Let's see what they do here. They will score a touchdown with Marshawn Lynch, yeah. That's probably going to be it for us in the playoffs. A one and done in the playoffs? I don't like that. I don't like the sound of that. That doesn't make me too happy. Down by 10. I mean, we're down by 10. Our defense has proven that they can stop the Seahawks. So if we score quickly here, it's not out of the realm of possibility. But if I keep getting pressured, man. Yep, this one's over. I just don't have enough time for my routes to develop because I'm getting pressured as I drop back to throw. Look at this. I didn't even have time to develop any routes because I got pressured so much. So that's a sucky way to end the season. I'm not gonna jump back in on offense here. They score a field goal. We'll let the AI do its thing. They punt the football back, and it's game over. We lose on the road in Seattle in the wild card game. That absolutely sucks because that's not how our season should have ended. but I couldn't get any time to throw. There's just no other explanation for it than that. I just didn't have any time. The defensive line was coming in hot every single play. 11 of 37, 298 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 4 picks for Aaron Rodgers. A bad day for him. 11 carries, 30 yards, and a touchdown for Algernon Nelson. 4 catches, 119 yards, and a touchdown for Greg Jennings. Jordy Nelson also caught a touchdown as well. Defensively, Clay Matthews showed up, but that's about it. Looks like B.J. Raji had 2 sacks. Nick Perry had 1, and Matthews had 1. I don't think we picked off Matt Flynn at all. No, he didn't. That's a disappointing way to lose, no doubt about it. But I don't know. What else can I say except for the offensive line just disappointed me. They just didn't hold any of their blocks the entire game. And we waste a good draft pick by making the playoffs, and then we go out in the wild card. That's just a very disappointing season. All right, so I simulated through all the playoffs, and in these old games, it doesn't tell you who's in the playoffs any more than who you're playing, so I just went quickly through the playoffs. It doesn't really matter. We can take a look at who won the Super Bowl, though, because I have no idea who won the Super Bowl. So we can go to the league schedule, and we can go to I don't know if that'll work. Will that work? Yeah, it probably would have worked. The Super Bowl is the Bears and the Jaguars, and the Bears win 34-28 over the Jacksonville Jaguars. That is a weird Super Bowl, but it is what it is, I guess. Bears are Super Bowl champions in this universe. Good for them. Next episode, unfortunately, well, not unfortunately because it would have happened anyway, but next episode is the off-season episode. Always good fun in the off-season. Unfortunately for us, we didn't have the playoff run that I thought we were going to have. So maybe it's me. Maybe I probably did make a bunch of bad reads and horrible decisions in that game. But also, I didn't really have any time to make any good decisions because the offensive line was getting thrown in my face because the defensive line and the linebackers and the pressure in general was in the backfield before I even completed my drop back. So that was like 90% of the snaps. So I didn't really have a lot of time to make good reads. But you got to move on. That's football. You got to move on. We will try to do our best in the offseason and free agency and in the draft. We don't have a lot of money in free agency, so we probably won't make too many crazy signings unless we trade Rashard Mendenhall. That might free up a little bit of space. But other than that, I don't really know what we could do. We could probably free up some space somehow, but that's for future juice to decide what to do. And then figure out what to do in the draft too. Let me know down below what you guys think I should do in the draft and in free agency, and in terms of like positions of need. Like, do we need a wide receiver? Do we need a linebacker? Do we need a pass rusher, corner, new quarterback? I don't know. Let me know down below what you guys think we need. And yeah, that's gonna do it for me for the season. I will see you guys next Thursday for the off-season episode. I hope you guys did enjoy. Thanks for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.